Hey Internet, this is Greg and Andrew from Midtown Comics. You probably remember us from our spoiler-free discussion about the first 7 episodes of Daredevil Season 2. If you missed that, you can click here to check it out, or there, wherever. The point is, there's going to be a link somewhere. So, a big part of Season 2 of Daredevil is the conflict between the Man Without Fear and Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. So we're wondering where people stand on that. Despite wearing a Punisher shirt, I'm on Team Daredevil. Andrew, who are you with?
Team Punisher, for sure.
All right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you are. But, no. So let's see what other people in the store think. So I'm here with 2 Midtown Comics employees, Jay and Vic. Jay is on Team Punisher. Vic is on Team Daredevil. They're doing a wrestling standoff right now. I'm here with Midtown Comics employee Tom, and I am here with customer Kyle. I am here with Enrique, and you are siding with?
Daredevil.
Why are you siding with Daredevil?
Because he's the man without fear, and Punisher preys on those who are afraid of him. That's like half of his mystique, is that Punisher is this ominous force that hides in the shadows, jumps out, and gets criminals that are unsuspecting. Daredevil has nothing to be afraid of, and he's taken on the entire underworld. He can handle one man with a gun.
So we are here with another Midtown Comics employee, Sway, and he is on Team Punisher.
I am.
Why do you support Punisher?
I personally think that in a fight between Punisher and Daredevil, he would probably take Daredevil down just because, I mean, Frank's he's a war veteran. He's a guy who's been trained special ops, explosives, guns, weapons and tactics, unarmed. Like, he's going to take Daredevil down. I mean, enhanced, reflexes aside for Daredevil, that's only because he went blinded. I mean, he's not a guy born with any sort of natural abilities facing off against a man who is a tactically trained commando and who has taken out dozens and dozens of criminals and keeps them down.
Top 3 points why you think Punisher should be Daredevil.
The hardware involved, he's a walking prep time, a lot of bullets.
A lot of bullets. How can Daredevil counter that?
Sonar, doesn't quit, and he's Daredevil.
Tom, who do you side with?
Luke Cage.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. He comes in, says stop messing up my neighborhood, smashes their heads together, and then just leaves. I'm going to go with Daredevil on this one because really, in the end, it comes down to who knows more about the other one. And both of them are such mystery guys that can't really research each other. But there's no way Punisher would guess Daredevil's blind. Because if he knew he was blind, he could just pull out the incendiary grenade and the flames would mess with his sonar. And then that'd be it. But he doesn't know to do that. And instead, he'd be taken completely by surprise by the fact that he can't use his stealth anymore. And the element of surprise is what would probably give it to Daredevil.
I assume you're talking about TV versions because in the
TV
comics,
versions,
okay,
yeah.
Just to clarify.
In the comics, Punisher has a Hulkbuster suit at this point, so
Based on the perceptual blindness abilities, Daredevil's going to take it even though Punisher is super ruthless in what he does. Maybe Punisher can take it because Daredevil has that moral ambiguity issue right now, so this is strictly television going on with the Netflix series. I'm excited for both, and I'm ready to see what's going down with that.
Now, what if Stiltman enters the fray? Who walks out of that one? Because Stiltman, he's up there with Thanos.
I mean, Punisher's going to handle his legs. He's going to show him, you don't walk around with wooden stilts and just think you can run New York City. This is Frank we're talking about here. He's got to turn that into, kindling matchsticks, man.
Now, what do you think would happen if, when they're fighting, Elektra also joins the fight? Every person for themselves.
Well, I think that besides the immediate distraction of having a third party enter the fray, Daredevil would find himself very torn because, let's be honest here, Daredevil is not going to attack Elektra as quickly as she's going to attack him. Elektra has shown in the past that she is willing to toss everything out the window in order to win the fight, and I think that would cost Daredevil in some ways, but I think that Punisher would have none of these misgivings and would immediately go for her because he would be so dead set on taking out Daredevil that anything that got in the way would just be another obstacle to overcome.
Oh, I'm talking free-for-all at this point. Every Marvel character for themselves. And then let's say Bullseye jumps in there too.
I think he's going to die at Punisher's hands. If not Daredevil's, Elektra is a different story, though. I think she's going for Punisher first and then Daredevil second.
What about Bullseye, if he joined? Instead of Elektra, keeping it simple, 3 people, Bullseye. Instead of just sniping them from a distance, he also goes, hey guys, I want to get in on this.
If Bullseye gets into the fight, things are going to get real dicey real quick. Daredevil has such a pure hatred for Bullseye. I think that the only person Daredevil hates more than Bullseye would probably be the Kingpin, and even that's debatable. Bullseye is kind of not a great guy. I think that the thing is that Punisher versus Bullseye would be an amazing fight to see, just because it would be so tooth and nail, whereas Daredevil versus Bullseye would be like a weird clash of grace versus ferocity. Just Bullseye is just a loose cannon. I think that's what would make him versus Punisher very wild, whereas Daredevil has a bit more grace to him that would try to keep him on the sidelines.
Another new character in the series, Elektra. What if it's a free-for-all? Elektra's now in there. Who's walking away from that?
Well, if they have the pass like they did in the comics, Daredevil's not going to fight Elektra. So she wins that one. Punisher, on the other hand, he wouldn't go all out against Daredevil because Daredevil's a hero, but Elektra is an assassin, so he would probably go all out against her. I would say probably Punisher, because also Punisher is the kind of guy who would take a sai right to the shoulder and still, he'd learn how to shoot with his foot, if he could, to keep going.
Probably have to go with Elektra on this one. Just her agility and her ninja capabilities. You have to, again, like a sharpshooter is super important, but when you know how to jump over someone, get them from the back, and it's not just a full-on frontal assault, it's all about those special tactics that get you to have an enemy confused. And I think, again, Elektra would have it just because you're talking gadgets over special powers.
So what if Elektra joins the fray?
She's nothing. Don't worry about that. That's Frank Castle right there.
Elektra, one of the greatest assassins. Wolverine has called her the best ninja assassin. I don't know if he said ninja. He may have said best ninja or best assassin.
Once again, I think Wolverine's also downplaying himself a little bit. I think Elektra and him face off. She's not walking away either.
Okay, so what about Bullseye?
Man can hit. He's far away with a rifle. Maybe he'll take Frank down. Frank gets it close. That's it.
If you could see another Marvel character get their own Netflix series, who would you want it to be and why?
Probably go with Ghost Rider, because he's a character that I think has been underutilized in the movies. As much fun as Nicolas Cage screaming wildly was, the character has a much more humble story that can be told through the intimacy of Netflix, and I think that expanding on the lore could be really beneficial.
So they disagree about who wins in a fight between Punisher and Daredevil, but we all just want Moon Knight. Just want Moon Knight. Is that asking so much?
Robbie Reyes is Ghost Rider.
So now for the people watching, if you had to recommend one Punisher comic for them to read, what would you recommend?
If not Garth Ennis's Punisher Max, I'm going to go with Greg Rucka's run on Punisher. Both are phenomenal.
I have to go with Man Without Fear from Frank Miller. It's an origin story. It sets up probably his entire run of Daredevil. It's like a prequel to everything. And it's just John Romita Jr. on art. It's just a really great classic Daredevil story.
If we want to talk about just to prepare for Elektra, the most recent Michael Del Mundo Elektra series was so freaking good. I mean, the artwork in that, it just flowed gorgeously, and it really showed off her personality. Because she was originally a ballerina, and they turned I don't want to sound too graphic, but they turned all of her murder sprees into a ballet, into a dance recital, and it's gorgeous.
I'm a big fan personally of Garth Ennis's Punisher Max line. We did the Welcome Back Frank and also Jason Aaron Punisher Max. I think either of those are really good places for people to get in. It's a little bit more mature, a little bit more gritty, but I think it's the Punisher the way he's envisioned to be. He's not a superhero. He's a guy's a street level vigilante.
Last and not least, why are you looking forward to the second season of Daredevil?
Because it really did add a new level to this idea of superhero TV shows, because for the longest time, listen, I love The Flash, but for the longest time, pretty much all the other superhero TV shows were yeah, it's good for a superhero TV show, but Daredevil was the one that finally came in and went, no, this is good, legit good. Not with a little asterisk at the end and a little disclaimer at the bottom. No, it is actually good. So, yeah, if they can continue that storyline and they can continue to grow the characters and also continue to expand this world, then I'm very excited for that. Plus, also, we already know that Punisher and Elektra are popping up. There's got to be someone in there they're keeping secret. Maybe Moon Knight. Just throwing it out there.
All right, guys, so we're all psyched for the premiere of Doctor Strange, right? The Master of the Mystic Arts, aren't you? I missed half the interviews, so I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Doctor Strange this whole time, but we're talking about Daredevil.
Daredevil
right?
Season 2, yes.
What about it? What do people think?
Yeah, so people are divided. With Punisher, the main advantage, people seem to like the fact that he doesn't hold back, that he's okay with killing. But the thing is, he doesn't really kill heroes, so he's not going to kill, or at least as far as I know, it's unlikely he's going to kill Daredevil. He definitely won't want to. And with Daredevil, it boils down to his enhanced, his radar sense. He has enhanced reflexes, enhanced agility, very good fighting skills. But again, just because Punisher won't kill him, you shouldn't really sell the guy short. He's also ridiculously tough. So Daredevil Season 2 starts March 18th. And please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. You can do that somewhere on the page. We have other videos. We have weekly unboxing videos. As we said before, spoiler-free discussion about the first 7 episodes of Daredevil. And we have plenty of other interviews for you to check out. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time.
I don't want people to think that I hate Daredevil. Love Matt Murdock. I think he's a great character, but I just think in a fight, Frank Castle would handle that.